Hello and welcome to Chronicles. This is Nihaar, and today we are going to try out a new game called Hanamikoji. This is a hidden gem, in my opinion. Not many people know about it, but I think it's a really great game to get started, and for someone who's getting into the hobby. And even if you're into the hobby, it's still a great game, and it's one of those games which is really simple. The rules are very simple, and yet it provides a lot of strategy and gameplay. So I'll tell you a little bit about the game as and when we start playing it. Okay then. Okay, so this is a game where you have to win over certain geishas. These are the 7 geishas, and each of them have certain number of points associated with them, which is mentioned on their card. On their card, and each player gets 4 turns each, and there are 4 different types of actions which a player can do, and they can do it exactly once. So 4 actions, 4 turns. Now in this case, I'm going to show you one of the actions which I'm going to take right now, which is the action of gift. So in gift, you select 3 cards from your hand and you provide that to your opponent. They select one and you get the rest too. But in this case, I'm providing the same cards, so they technically don't get a choice. Yep. So the thing about this game is the amount of points for each geisha. You will have the same number of cards in the deck. So there would be like 4 green cards, 5 pink cards, 3 blue cards, and the way that you win over a geisha is when you have more cards of that particular geisha than your opponent, in which case you win over the geisha. So here the player has offered us an action called competition, in which they provide us 2 sets of cards. We get to select one set of card, and so we get those cards, and the opponent naturally gets the other one. Over here I'm going to choose the blue and purple one, and actually I could choose either of those. I don't think it matters much, but I like purple more, so let's go for that. Okay, so now as you can see, there will be only 2 cards for the purple card. I already have control over one, and I'll tell you the reason why I chose that in some time. So one of the actions that we could possibly do is that of discarding 2 cards, and when I do that action I will discard the purple card so that I'm assured that I will take control over the purple geisha. Okay then, let me think. I think this might be a good time to discard. Yep, I think I'm going to let go the yellow geisha and discard that one along with the purple one. Yep. So the way you win this game is there are 2 victory conditions. One is when you win over 4 different geishas, and the other one is when you get a total of 11 charm points, which you can see over here. And yes, in the case where one person wins over 4 geishas and the other person gets 11 charm points, which is very much possible. You could get 11 charm points by just winning over 3 geishas. So in such a case, the player who gets to 11 charm points, that person wins. Okay. Okay, so now this is a tricky decision now. Um, if I choose the green one, then I'm assured that I'll win over the green geisha. but then it also means that my opponent will get both the orange ones. If I take one orange one, then the green one would be tied, and then maybe I could reserve the orange one probably, but I think I'm going to take the green one now so that I'm at least assured that one. Yep. Okay, this is interesting. I think I'm going to reserve one of the pink ones. Yep. I'm hoping that I could win over the pink geisha because I'm assured the green one and the purple one. So if I do, then I would get a total of 11 points. But let's see. Okay. Now I know for sure that my opponent is probably not going to take the orange geisha, since anyway they have won over the orange geisha. So now I have to provide 2 sets to my opponent. Let me think about this. What would be the best case scenario? Let's say I offer the orange geisha along with the red one. Then it means that my opponent would take both of this, which is certainly what I don't want. I think what I could possibly do is the orange along with the pink one, yep, and the blue with the red one. And this is so that in a hope that my opponent most likely might not go for the orange one, in which case I'll get the blue and the red ones, and I could possibly win over those geishas, and that would be nice since blue and red are both tied right now. And even if, let's say, they do go for it, okay, if they do go for it, then I'll get blue and red, which would be good. And if they don't go for it, then I'll get the pink one, which is what I want. So yeah, let's see. We still don't know what card they have reserved out there. If they take the pink one, then it is possible that even they have reserved the pink card, because there are supposed to be 5 pink cards. I have one reserved over here, there is one here, there are still 3 more. So in any game there are a total of 21 cards in this game, which you might have figured out if you just add up all of these values. One of them is removed at the beginning of the game, so we play with 20 cards. Each player gets 7 each to begin with, and then after every turn they get 1 additional one. So that's you play with a total of 10 cards throughout the whole game. And yeah, these kind of decisions, even though it's such a simple and short game, these kind of decisions can get a bit tricky, and that's why there's so much strategy and gameplay into this game. It's a 2-player only game, as you might have figured out by now. So my opponent just has one more action after this, which is discard, so whatever cards are left with, you'll have to discard those. Okay then. Yep. Okay, great. I think I might win this one. Yep, perfect. That was good. Like I said, so this was exactly the situation which I was telling about before. So there are 2 victory conditions. One is when you could get 11 charm points, and other is when you win over 4 geishas. And when both the people achieve that, in such a case, the person who gets the 11 charm points, they win, which I did in this case. As you can see, I won over the geishas, which had 5 points, 4 points and 2 points, and that is exactly what I was aiming for, so that worked out well for me. Yep. Yes. Thanks everyone for joining. I hope you enjoyed this game, and we'll definitely be covering more of this in the future as well.